So this couple in Gila Bend bought this property here, and this truck was sitting here when they bought the property, and to their knowledge it has not ran since the 70s, and now they're moving and they're trying to sell some cars that they have. Well, let's just take a quick walk around and see what we're working with. First off, I really like what General Motors did in the late 50s by making these fleet sides. The whole idea was to streamline the truck. Up until this point, the running boards were on the outside of the truck and the fenders were really protruding. But to have a completely flat side running board on the inside of the door and no big protruding fenders, it was a very streamlined design. Chevrolet tailgate, a little bit of a crunch there, but look at that, no rust. Pretty straight truck. This is a 6 lug. I'm not sure if this is a 1/2 or 3/4 ton, but I know it's a long bed. I can tell that this is an 8-foot bed. Oh man. Oh, this is a whole plate of steel. I thought it was wood. Oh man. No. Here, we need to get it over there, don't we?
Yeah.
You can just lay on the ground. That truck.
All right.
Okay, I'm here.
All right, good enough. So this all looks pretty original, but I can see like a speaker down below the door handles that someone added on later. This seat is surprisingly like 100% intact, but it's been completely beat by the Arizona sun. You can see right here the original color of it. Actually, it looks like someone reupholstered this seat with a serape, and even then it's still been obliterated since then. Looking under these floor mats just for rust or whatever, and they look pretty good. Little bit of surface rust, but I don't see any daylight coming through, so that's definitely a good sign. Just by all the cobwebs, I can tell that no one's been in here in quite some years. We do have a fresh air heater down below here. I love how it says heat and defrost. You can switch it down here at the bottom. It was an option. I think it's pretty cool. And here we have some kind of gyroscopic cup holder. I've never quite seen one configured like that. Got the classic Chevy shift ball on there. I like that. At some point, someone's added some aftermarket gauges right there down below. And there's an aftermarket radio in it, which goes along with the aftermarket speakers. But the tuner knob to change the stations is completely frozen solid. That isn't going to work. No gas cap for probably 30 years. If anyone wanted to drive this, they definitely have to take that tank out. The horn button there, that broken off handle. Got your choke and your lights. See how many miles we showing here. It appears to say 93,000. But man, it is all complete. It's all there. We got radio, ashtray, key switch, choke, lights, horn button. Oh yeah. See, they put a horn there because something happened probably with the horn here. Huh, look at that 15. I wonder what that number 15 was on there for. And look at that. I love the front of these trucks. I think they had such a cool design. The quad headlights, the grille. I love the bow tie in the middle with that big hood emblem. Somebody had Coleman on there. Not sure what that's doing on there, but it's kind of interesting. But what's cool is this is a California black plate car. 65, 64. We have a T3 headlight. Let's try and pop this hood open, but first I think we're gonna have to chop some of these limbs down.
Now you can deal with it. You gotta take hold of it off.
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah. Let's set it somewhere safe.
All right.
Let's set it way over here. So actually, just don't. Kind of got a 235 to look good.
235. Yeah, the wind today was horrendous. That's why I'm having to do some voiceovers for some of these parts because the wind just wouldn't quit. But that fuel pump doesn't look factory. It looks like it's been replaced at some point. These wires definitely aren't petrified and original. They've been replaced. You can see the tape on them where someone's numbered them to kind of figure out where they go so they wouldn't lose their place. It's got some aftermarket style wire connectors. Those wires have been replaced on at some point. So on the surface, from the looks of it, it looks like somebody was having ignition problems, or they thought they had an ignition problem and they were stabbing parts at it to kind of maybe see if that fixed the issue. If it's not locked. Here's numero uno. Well, this is for a side post. Here's our negative. So yeah, somebody had put a side post in here at one point, but oh well, that's fine. Enough about it. radiator cap, which I'm sure there's nothing in there. Looks to be bone dry in there. No radiator cap for 30 years will do that to cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely not locked, or it don't seem like it is. So there you go. That's a positive sign.
Somebody put an oil pressure gauge on there. Huh. Well, usually it's inside the truck, but I guess that works. But if you lose oil pressure, you'd never know it. I'm trying to find the dipstick.
There's a new set of points here.
Oh, there's some new points in there?
Right there in that blue box.
All right.
Oh, here, I could have blowed the inside of this out a little bit too. You're blind.
So we're a little bit over full on the oil, but it does look like it's all oil. Let's see what's going on underneath this. Our linkage isn't locked up, so that's good. We'll probably have to
Right behind you. They had did away with the they didn't have the 216s, so I'm sure it's a 235 just by the fatness of that valve cover.
It's what they call stove bolt 6s.
Look up 3836848. And it'll tell you what head that is.
So I looked up these numbers on Google, 3836848, and this is a 235 head which had a higher compression ratio than the older 235 head. So this was like the latest and greatest in 235 technology. So it is a 235, and this has a slightly higher compression ratio than the older 235s. The only thing left to do now is put a battery in it, see what happens. You want me to get the vice grips?
Yeah, you're going to need vice grips.
Those are side posts.
Didn't see nothing smoke, so far so good.
Yep.
Make sure it's in neutral. I don't want it to start up and take off.
Yeah. So we're going to try it out and see if it works. Come on. Well, I can see something going on with the gas gauge there. Oh, I see. That's on. Sending unit's messed up, but it's grounding out. Sending unit's grounding out.
Alright, I'm going to try it.
Okay.
Cranked.
Okay. Yep, now we need to see if it's got spark. Alright, I just want to see if the coil's getting power. See that red light? So it does have power. It was something Dad was pointing out. We have to see which way this distributor turns. We don't know. Just from Dad looking at it. So the firing order is supposed to be 15, 36, 24. And so if you follow this wire right here, again, but one of these is supposed to go to 5. 5. Alright, so 1, 5, 3. But it goes to 6, so that's not correct. These wires are messed up. Let's pop this cap off real quick and see what way this distributor turns, because we're going to have to check out these points anyway. I could look it up on the internet and all that, but we're just going to get a visual. Ain't nothing better than a visual. Okay. Oh, looks like it already has a set of brand new points.
Yeah.
Brand new condenser and a brand new rotor, and this is probably a brand new cap.
Alright, so
somebody was having an ignition problem.
we'll see if it's clockwise, or I'm pretty sure it's clockwise.
Okay, bump it. Yeah, it's clockwise.
Okay, so let's go to the high point of the points and see if you can check them.
Again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's getting spark. I saw it.
And, so I can roll it over and we can get it on top dead center compression and find out where number 1 goes and see if it's in the right spot. We don't even know.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, crank it on top dead center number 1. See where the distributor's pointing, and that's how you know where number one wire should go. Because they might have started the pattern even in the wrong spot.
The new plugs?
Yeah, it looks like new plugs.
Yeah.
Somebody definitely had ignition problems. They were switching out every part they could.
All right, so I'll bump it and you tell me when you hit the compression, okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Alright, go again. Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Where is your mark on your harmonic balancer? Is there one? I don't see nothing.
Crank it.
Nothing?
And so this one right here is definitely numero uno. Now I'm going to check for compression on all of them.
Yeah, we have a suspect going on here.
Yeah. I'm going to unhook it right here just so it's not pulling anything from the tank. Because if it is, and it throws it in that carburetor, obviously we know the gas cap has been off it, we might ruin our entire day. That bad gas is no good. It's about as good as water in a motor. Yep, look at that.
It started pumping it, didn't it?
Oh.
That was that smell.
Yeah, look at all that. Well, one, you can see that it's literally orange, and two, you can see all kinds of sediment.
And that's exactly what I was smelling.
I'm going to undo this at the carburetor because that fuel pump I think was working, and I don't want any more to get down in there. And I want it to just pump it out of the line onto somewhere else. Okay.
Ready?
Go ahead and give her a whirl. That's what it should be like. That is nothing.
So we got
Okay,
what,
hold on,
one
hold
cylinder?
on. Wait a minute. Again. Again.
Nada?
We're in bad shape.
We got one cylinder. We
got
got one
one.
cylinder working?
One cylinder working.
That's good.
Absolutely one. The rest of them,
So it's
nothing.
like a lawnmower with 5 freeloaders on it.
yeah. Wow. That's rough. So we're going to pop this valve cover off because that's horrendous. That's just not even right. One cylinder popping off.
I mean, if it had
Going on.
2 freeloaders, maybe 3, when you got 5 freeloaders, ain't going nowhere. Oh,
This rocker is completely off the valve.
hey, look at that push rod. Pull that rocker arm assembly off there.
Maybe we can straighten out a few of those push rods just for now. This rocker arm is off this valve. One of these is not like the other.
That one there.
Moving.
Yeah. Oh, see that one sticking? See it? See that one?
Uh-huh.
They're stuck. Let me see here.
So this guy right here, that is supposed to be straight, obviously. This one looks pretty straight. I'm pulling them out because sometimes they can be, oh, see, this one's not straight. You can see this one's cockeyed. I'm pulling them all the way out even if they're straight up top because sometimes they'll bend at the bottom, and when you go to pull it out, you won't be able to pull it out because it'll be bent, but you can't see it. So you have to pull it all the way out to see if it's bent any of the way down. Oof. can see these a little better. See how they're bent like that? Not as bad. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, so that one's staying down. Tap it down.
Might actually spray it with some brake clean. Whatever's in there, I think it's gummed into that valve. Ain't nothing coming out.
I'm aware. Working, not working. So
see, it's starting to. It's trying. Spray it. There it goes.
This one. It's coming back around.
Yeah, it's trying.
Yeah, it's coming back around. This one is not. Yeah, this one is stuck. Bad.
Stuck it is.
I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. See how it's sticking? And it's just taking its sweet time coming back up. Now hit this other one. This one in front of it here. Yeah. Should be immediate. Immediate.
Yeah. No good. Gotta come up faster than that, my friend. Needs to be boom, immediate.
Steam heat.
Oh, wow. So we went ahead and parked. We wanted to check this place out because when we went by it, hold on. Vacancy. Steam heat. Wow. But it says Stouts Hotel, air conditioning, steam heat. Does that say restaurant or what's that? Refrigerated? Good. Huh?
I think this used to be a beautician's place for doing women's hair.
Beautician?
Yeah, look at the individual little stations.
Beauty salon.
Look at the mirrors. See the mirrors?
Yeah.
Out 3 feet, and then I want it over that way.
What's it shining at?
Yeah, I want it out and over that way. Oh, look at that.
Coming back?
Oh, there it went. It almost.
This is the oil galley hole. There we go.
You got that pipe in there?
Huh? Yeah.
You got that pipe in there?
Yeah. Got the rocker arm assembly tight. Everything is put where it should be. So Dad's gonna go ahead and crank it. We're gonna see if any of these valves are sticking.
See if you got any compression.
Yeah, the compression still sucks.
On which ones? How many of them?
All of them.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Is that valve not shutting all the way?
It looks like it is.
Could be that the rocker arms are too tight. Which cylinder are you having trouble with? Number 2?
Pretty much all of them.
Well,
Every one.
So let me run it up with the exhaust open on number 1 cylinder and see if that valve is real tight. On the 2nd cylinder, tell me when the exhaust valve's open.
Bump it. Yeah, it's open.
All right, check that intake valve and see if it's real tight.
The rocker arm is not tight.
So it's not holding the valve open.
No. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it. Bump. Okay. No, it's not holding it open.
All right.
All right, guys. So at this point, I'm gonna spray some Marvel in these cylinders, maybe just to try and help out the compression, because it's pretty bad. I wish I had a gauge to show you guys, but just by putting my finger over it, the compression in most of the cylinders is real weak. So I'm gonna put this oil in. Maybe it helps out the compression a little bit. Carry on, put the plugs in, put the wires in the right spots, and just, I mean, literally see if it runs, you know, give it a shot. That's all we can do. Rings are froze up, maybe. Might come back around if it gets a little bit of heat in it.
At this time, it needs some heat.
She needs to get hot and run. Even if it's on half of the cylinders, it might help it out. 15 is too young. 36 is too old. 24 is just right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got spark?
Plenty. Plenty. Yeah.
Yeah. Check that coil.
Yeah, crank it. Yeah. Lights blinking.
Open that throttle all the way up.
It's not even trying to get light.
Crank it.
Try it again.
Ready?
See, look at what it's blowing out. I don't know what it is. There is something in there. You guys see that? Black sediment. I don't know what that is. Try it.
Ready?
Yeah. All right. Okay, go ahead. All right. Three is nothing. Okay. 2, 3, and 4 are marginal. Okay. Blowing all kinds of crap out of them cylinders.
Then eventually it stops having compression.
Yeah. When I pour oil down the cylinders, it'll get compression, and then it immediately loses it after the oil is gone or after you crank it a few times, which is probably the rings are stuck or bad. So it's just a tired old motor. So I think the chances of it running are pretty low without busting the motor apart, pushing the pistons out, but we'll give it another shot. Kind of give it some more juice because that battery's getting a little weak, even though those interstate batteries are pretty dang strong. Now the conclusion on this motor is that even with all the valves working, she has zero compression. It's probably just a tired old motor, is the honest to God's truth. Now I told you the Stouts Motel would make a reappearance. Now Jesse, the guy that owns this truck, cleared out some of the hotel when they were vacating it. And this is a radiator, a steam radiator that would heat the hotel that would go in the rooms, made by American Radiator Co. Came right out of the Stouts Hotel. Now it's our little piece of history.